Hey guys, Dark Knight Flyer here with the Night Flyer Podcast, episode 4. And before this episode begins, please be sure to check out the other highlights along with the other episodes if you like the highlights, and to also like, comment, and subscribe with the notifications on if you do so like these podcast episodes. Thank you so much. But other than that, how y'all doing? Now, I know this is weird. I'm already walking away from the mic. You're like, Joe, have you already quit? No. You see, this is only 4 of 10, so we still have a bit of way to go. But yeah, sorry, I'm gonna stop now. Instead of just rambling on, I'm just gonna say I feel alright so far. It's a nice day outside. It was kind of rainy, but I finally got my hair cut. Like, finally. And, like, I was like, you know what? I have time. I'll go to Apache as well for a burger. And I got a burger as well, a chicken burger. It was really good. But anyway, we have, as per normal, the news, the channel, and then the questions. Now, next week should be different with news/trends. The St. Patrick segment, like the Valentine segment from episode 2, the channel, and then questions, obviously. So it's just like an extra segment. Without further ado, if I can stop pulling on all the wires, let's just jump into them. Like, let's just talk about the Momo hoax challenge, as I worded it, even though it should have been the Momo challenge hoax. Genuinely, from what I see, it does terrify me. Like, just seeing the face of that person. I don't fucking know why or how, but I hear different things. I've seen different things. Like, apparently there's either like this WhatsApp number or there's this app that tells you, and so on and so forth. In general, it's disgusting. How a part of the challenge to stop Momo from scaring people, they have to do shit and eventually, like, you know, fucking self-harm themselves. Like, it is genuinely disgusting, and I'm probably not even going to show the face in my thumbnail. I might, like, at least censor it or something, but other than that, I don't know, man. Like, I just want that shit to be gone by now. I think it is, honestly, by this time. I don't think anybody's talking about it anymore. But yeah, other than that, let's move on to the next topic, where apparently Anthem is breaking PS4 consoles. So not only is it, like, not really good, don't know how to say it. I don't know, because I haven't actually played it, but it's not doing well. Let's just say that. As I said, I think last time, it's doing half sales in physical form. But it's now breaking your fucking PS4. And the weirdest thing is, like, Sony actually reached out to people saying that they're offering a replacement console for them. So I don't know, like, what you should do, because I genuinely haven't touched Anthem, and I'm glad I didn't even fucking try, because I would not want to have my console bricked right now. Like, I'd rather keep it, but as far as I'm aware, they said it's only PS4s at the moment. There's no, like, PC or Xbox issues, but it's something to do with, like, the code and how shit crashes, the specific way it crashes, and how it, like, taps into other parts of the console and, like, knowingly. And I was like, oh, look, here's your whole memory system? Nah, let's get rid of that. But yeah, it's really weird. Like, again, looking at Anthem and Apex is a weird, like, hot and cold scenario, where, like, Apex is hot because it's good and it's really just well done in general, which I probably should play again this weekend if I'm not playing Destiny 2's Joker Wild DLC. Oh wait, sorry, let me start from the start. Destiny 2 Forsaken Annual Pass Joker's Wild. That is the full title, by the way. I don't know why they didn't just be like, oh yeah, Destiny 2 Joker's Wild. Like, that, I think everybody would call it that anyway. But anyway, enough of that. Anthem is breaking your PS4 console. I do not recommend getting Anthem at this current point in time. If anything, Anthem should be refunded to everybody who bought it originally. And yeah, I think they need to take it off the shelves in general. Like, if it's breaking fucking consoles, then you have a problem there. One sec. Sorry, I just sneezed. So At least I'm getting better at muting thy mic. But other than that, speaking of EA, Apex, and all that, I've noticed myself that Fortnite have started copying some things that are in Apex Legends. And at first it wasn't really obvious, but whatchamacallit, they started by updating their zipline. So pretty much instead of people jumping into the zipline, they have to press X to jump in the zipline just like in Apex. But as far as I'm aware, my mate was saying that like Fortnite were already going to do a change for that anyway. It's probably just looking at Apex, they're like, oh yeah, that's what I have to do, and then they probably did it from there. Which is alright, yeah. Don't get me wrong, because I fucking hated every time I went into one of them by accident. And when I dropped off them and I didn't get any, like, you know, like when I fall, I fucking die. But now it's different as well. Like, not only do you have to press X, but like when you're on it and jump off, you can actually take no fall damage, which is really fucking good. What else am I saying? Oh yeah, so they all, like when season 8 came around, they also pretty much took Anthem's ping system. Like, there's no point in calling them markers anymore. They're now fucking ping. Because you can, like, sure, it's still the same as last time, but like they actually give you the distance you are from it. I don't know why they give you the distance in my opinion, but whatever, you know, it's cool. Because you can now marker as well, actually, now that I think about it. You can marker specific parts of the map. So, like, let's say you're on, like, in the battle bus. You're, like, you're going to pin the ground. Cool, yeah. But when you're on the ground, you can actually pin up to buildings and stuff, like, where you want your squad to go. And I guess that's what they took from Apex, because it's worked in Apex how strangers all play together, but they just use the ping system. But what really ticks it off of being, like, copying off Anthem is the fact that legitimately, like, there's now an enemy ping as well. So you can ping wherever you want in Fortnite, and you can also enemy ping by double tapping the marker button, whichever one you've set on your console or PC, whatever, or phone. Sorry, I kind of exclude the phones. And I think they did one last thing. Oh yeah, and the last thing is people have searched through Fortnite's databases and found that there's these specific vans with a character logo above them, and they're suggesting that they're going to be used as respawn points. And if that's true, then they've fucking pushed so far to try and be Apex. Legit, this is weird looking at it now. Because I think, in a sense, like, PUBG was like the first to blow up the Battle Royale genre, like, in modern day. Then Fortnite came along, was like, lol, we're going to take this, but we're going to add building and, like, less complicate it. And then Apex came in and we're like, lol, we're just going to release our thing. And pretty much it's kind of the same thing. Like, I think PUBG might have copied Fortnite in a few things after its release. And Fortnite is now copying stuff off of Apex. And now we got to see who else is going to take that next place. Because definitely not fucking Blackout or the Battlefield 5 mode. Because, like, I'm sorry, they're just, I don't know. I did genuinely have fun in Blackout. But, like, putting it behind a $70 paywall is not worth it, in my opinion. And, like, even fucking EA released it for free, so yeah. But in general, I just want to say this last thing about this is how this is good business practices. And the reason for that is because you're looking at what your competition is doing and you're trying to adopt that yourself to make yourself better. And, of course, you can try and improve on the systems they already have and go on from there. But anyway, oh, there's a lamb outside. That's cute. Anyway, the next topic to talk about here, and sorry, I also forgot to mention how Gary Likes You, as per normal, is sending me pretty much all my fucking news at this point. But I do put a few things in there, you know, just hopefully, like, you know, try and make the podcast not fully about, like, the viewer, in a sense. I need to, like, solidify why it's the Night Flyer podcast. I know that sounds bad now that I say it, but I'm not going to cut it out. I'm sorry. Fuck. I'll probably apologize later. But anyway, sorry. Moving on. There are new foldable phones now, and I just put behind it, the truth. So if you don't know, Samsung and Hawaii have released these foldable phones, and I think Samsung's, if I remember, is almost 2,000 quid. That's fucking more than the iPhone, by the way. But to be fair, though, at least their tech is probably more advanced. It's just I don't know. Again, Apple is just buying for the brand. But the reason why I said there the truth is because it's not a foldable phone. As far as I've seen, it's not a foldable phone. It's literally two phones stuck together. Now, I might be a complete idiot, and I've probably been looking at the wrong promotional images. But I believe a foldable phone is where you could literally take, like, your, I'm trying to think of a phone size. Let's say 5-inch phone. You could take your 5-inch phone, right? And then you can literally, like, clap it together. So, like, the top of your phone should be able to, go in with the bottom of your phone. And the left-hand side of your phone should be able to go in with the right-hand side of the phone. That, to me, is a foldable phone. Just like, or not just like, no, yeah, just like the old Motorola's and all that. Were flip phones, you know? Like, they were proper. They were like, yeah, these are foldable phones as well. I don't know. Again, real quick, let me just look it up in case I'm being stupid. But as far as I'm aware, they're literally two phones stuck together. Now let me just Google it up here. Images. But other than that, it's cool though. I kind of like it. It's kind of like having two monitors in a sense. You know, that's kind of cool too. Now is this gonna load? Yes, it is. Right. So that's not how you spell Samsung foldable phone. No, that's not what they promoted, was it? Wait. Oh, I might be a fucking idiot. I'm not gonna lie, I might be a fucking idiot. Let me look up news real quick. He's working on new foldable phones, Galaxy Fold is saying Samsung's foldable phone. Right, okay, sorry. It looks like here they're like working on it, but I swear they released it recently. Okay, sorry. That topic's too confusing. We're gonna move on now, because I can't. Like, I'm not gonna continue on something that's not true anymore. But we're gonna segue into has PewDiePie been overtaken yet? I should have left the fucking tab open. Real quick, again, I will look up PewDiePie versus Nite series, and I shall let you know. Like, this is literally just like a little segment in the podcast at this point, where we just talk about PewDiePie and T-series. But in all honesty, I don't know how they're doing. Yeah, it's alright. Like, 27,000 subscribers ahead. At one point, it was like 150,000, but like, I think it went to 9,000 again, but now it's back to 27,000. I think it's because he played PUBG. But yeah, what is this notification? Right, so I'm just gonna real quick go subscription do that. But like, I don't know, it's weird because he's at 88.3 mil as I'm recording this, and yeah, I don't know. I know as well, actually. Just this recent video here just reminded me of it, where there's somebody from T-series, or maybe like an actor for T-series and whatnot. They actually have made a little Twitter video saying that they're almost going to be YouTube's #1 thing, or #1 channel, and that they want people to subscribe to T-series. I was like, ooh, they get desperate, boy. Yeah. Oh, man. It's still a fun fight, regardless of all the memes and all that. I don't know. Like, again, let's hope that PewDiePie reaches 100 mil first, and then we can finally just lay down our weapons and be like, you know what, India? You've won this round. We will come back. We will gather all Americans together and combine our channels. Then, boom, you're gone. Even though you have a population of 1.32 billion. Anyway, the next topic we're going to talk about here is Red Dead Online's current update. Now, as far as I'm aware, it updates just like GTA Online, which of course was really good at the time as far as I'm aware. But pretty much, Red Dead's not doing too good on its online aspect. Like, its single player is just phenomenal as far as I've heard and like seen bits of. But like, its online is really bad, man. It's like It's like EA Battlefront 2 levels of bad, where like they have to keep you in either grinding or you pay for the currency to get the stuff. But yeah, man, it's not a good time in that. I don't have any proper statement on it because I don't actually play Red Dead. Funnily enough, I don't think I'm gonna hop on it because like I just don't want to buy it, to be honest. But that doesn't mean I won't get it in the future. Just something to do. But other than that, right now I'm just gonna play like Fortnite Season 8. Then I will also play Destiny 2, Joker's Wild. And I might play Overwatch's next event if they add a new mission. Like, legitimately, if they add a new mission, I will grind for the loot boxes to get skins and stuff. But if they don't, I'm quitting. I'm not even going to come in summer. Summer. I'll come back in August when it's Lucio Ball time. My favorite. Yeah, just in general, like, Lucio Ball is probably my favorite Overwatch thing to do now. Anywho, moving on. Now that I filmed this in like literally broad daylight and there's literally no rain anymore. It snowed in Ireland, by the way. Just to let you know, that's literally what the topic is. And sure, I've nothing else to say now. It was kind of weird. Like on Sunday, we thought, oh yeah, let's get a day off or something. But nope, everything just went as normal. But other than that, I want to compare it to last year because I have a video or a vlog on my channel Dark Knight Flyer where cheeky plug by the way, like it was a vlog and I know I definitely had a snowball there because I remember like the reason I thought about this was because of the highlights of 2018 when I was editing them and I saw that clip or that video and I was breaking it down. Honestly, like if the snow came back all of a sudden, I'd probably record it again just as a yearly thing. It's like, oh look, it's a snowball, I shall throw it in the house or something. But yeah, other than that, it snowed in Ireland. Next, we wanted to, not we, but I definitely want to talk about this. How, like, at first it didn't really intrigue me, but now it kind of does. So Steven Spielberg wants the original Netflix/stream movies banned from the Oscars. And literally in brackets, I'm just like, he's jealous of their success. To be fair, he probably is. Now, people are probably going to kill me for not knowing him off by heart. But I swear I've heard Spielberg before. Don't worry. So, like, he's probably made, like, phenomenal movies or some shit like that before. But in general, like, to denounce streamed movies as not being movies is a shite jab at them. But this is what the film industry is like, you know? Like, if it's not produced in Hollywood, you can go fuck yourself, as they would probably say. Other than that, what is my opinion? I think all of them deserve. I even think YouTube movie shorts. The only movies I don't really accept as actual movies, per se, are like under an hour. That's because I've grown up like knowing that all movies are like an hour, but I'd probably reduce it to 40 at most. But then again, at that point, 40 minutes is like a hour-long TV show. So, yeah. All right. So, nextly, I just wanted to mention this lad who did electronic dance music named Keith Flint. I genuinely didn't know him that well, or didn't know his music as much. I might have like a listen or two at some of his songs just after this, but my friend wanted me to put it in, and I've put it in now because he recently died at the age of 49, and yeah, I'm sorry, I don't really have much to say on him. I just wanted to like mention him and like pretty much pay my respects. So rest in peace, Keith. Next though, we have Filthy Frank appears on YouTube Kids app teaching kids how to kill themselves. How satanistic. Explain to parents why it's their fault, in brackets. Right, so this is a long point. So if you don't know, recently, hold on. Sorry, it's the most I've talked all week. No. Right. So, in general, it's weird. Like, that, whoever actually did that in the first place is a weirdo. But I think it's called the Facebook Mothers Challenge or something. They called their page, and oh my god, the article that was on it, man. Oh, it's so bad. It's like how they tried to make fucking Filthy Frank blend in with the video. It's like, what you on about? Like, he clearly does not blend into the video. And like, they're blaming YouTube for it. Like, I don't know if they understand that it's a channel. Like, do they not watch TV or something? Like, it's literally the same concept. Let's take Sky, right? Sky have channels on their box, and they broadcast that to TVs all over. Do Sky control what go on them channels? No. They just have the channels and have as much as possible to make as much revenue along with the channels. But for some reason, parents don't see that when it comes to YouTube. YouTube is literally the box like that provides you with the channels that upload content of their own. And sure, yes, I understand it's YouTube Kids. Like, I would also be a bit pissed if I had children watching it. But the fact that the parents aren't watching what their kids are watching still scares me now. Like, fuck me, man. Like, even, like, watching what your, like, children play and how long they're playing it for. Like, I know, it's weird come from me because I probably would have played all the time if I had the choice. But now I see how eating it is into, like, a child's life. A child's meant to have more than just a sit down in their room, says the teenager who sit in his room trying to post on YouTube on Just Sniffer. But, other than that, man, like, you wouldn't really just put your kid, right, in front of the TV and just put on a random channel and hope that nothing bad comes up in it. No, you'd obviously check what the channel is, like Cartoon Network or Boomerang. Is it Bloomerang or Boomerang? I think it's Bloomerang. No, because one's a news channel, one's a cartoon channel. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so in general, I think parents should stop being dumb. Like, in general, stop being stupid. Like, the reason you brought a child into this world is to care for them. Then fucking care for them for every minute of their life. And then once they start growing into teens, start taking them minutes away. And then once they're an adult, you can stop caring as much. Like, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean you shouldn't stop caring about your child that you've just let into the world. I'm just saying, it's just the way of life. You're not hardly gonna, right? Actually, yeah, another example, right? Sorry, I keep bringing up examples because I love rambling. Let's take you have a child, like a 5-year-old child or something. No, not even fucking 5, like 2. You wouldn't sit that child in a high chair and let some random person feed that child. You would be there yourself or your relatives who you trust to actually feed your child. You know? Anyway, sorry, bad examples. I'm going to move on because we have one more news topic to talk about today. And I think this just takes the cake for the whole news segment of this week. It's probably the best we've had since the podcast series began. But I missed Pancake Tuesday. Yeah, that's right. I missed Pancake Tuesday for once. And I am very disappointed in myself. So hopefully I'll have a Pancake Saturday or a Pancake Sunday or something. If my parents aren't really that bothered buying stuff, I'll literally go out of my way to go buy some stuff. If I'm not editing podcast episodes, obviously, or making another video for Joe's or Dark Knight Flyer, which, by the way, I might be soon, because I think I need to put an update video soon. But they're not. That is it. That is all. This is all the news for this podcast episode. And of course, as I said, next week we will have a St. Patrick's segment, and we'll talk a bit about St. Patrick's Day, you know? But this time I won't say what I said in the JF's discussion video. Man, that is ages ago. That's probably 2015 now. Or 2016. I don't know, either or. We'll move on to talk about the channel. Now, it's really small this week, and questions is smaller than last week as well, but not too small. So we'll just fly through these, to be honest, because it's probably just going to be a shorter episode this time around. So I asked, where are any of the highlights? Now, I know last week I already explained about the highlights 2018, but I never really explained what was happening with the other types of highlights, like the highlights of 2019, or even the monthly highlights. Like the monthly highlights have literally disappeared if you haven't noticed. Like, man, I've been so like, I don't know. I think it's just the podcast that's taken up time, along with the mentality of, oh, I want the highlights 2018 to be done first before I move on to the other highlights. I don't know. I've also just been lazy as well, I guess, with the highlights. But hopefully soon I start editing them, or even like maybe April. Like I could start April when I have the weeks off, where I just sit down like, you know what, we'll do a highlight from January to March or something, and then we'll have like April to like probably May at that point, or maybe just in April's. I don't know, but yeah, that is the thing with the highlights. When it comes to gaming highlights, I'm not sure because it's an effort to upload them all the time. But if I get a terabyte hard drive next time round, I will literally just like take them clips from my Xbox and put them straight onto there and put them on, like to plug out the Xbox obviously and put it into the computer and transfer them there, because that's a lot faster than waiting for 500 years for a clip to transfer. And I'm not talking about the small clips, I'm just talking about like long clips if I ever record any. But yeah, or even just a bulk of them. Anyway, next channel query is the podcast series a pilot for something bigger, or will it just end on episode 10? Now, I don't know if I probably already explained this a lot of times. I'm just going to go over briefly. This series can be considered a pilot because I'm experimenting a lot with what works and what doesn't. I think since episode 3, I've kind of honed down on what I want to do. Like how many segments, so like 3 segments, and we'll have an occasion segment every so often. 10 questions in general, 5 highlights to be uploaded afterwards. So yeah, time limit, there's none, and so on and so forth. But questions that don't tie into the question segment, I might just put into the news or channel. But other than that, yeah. But will it end on episode 10? Currently, the plan is to go to episode 10 and end the season. I don't know if I'll come back to it. Maybe during summer I might do like a few episodes. Maybe on like days of occasions. But other than that, I don't even think there's many occasions. There's like, wait, okay. So from May to thing. So May we have nothing. June we have my birthday, and then summer. Maybe a like birthday and then summer podcast if I wanted to do one, or like episode. Then we have July. We have the 4th of July. August, my dad's birthday. And then September is when we go back, like halfway through September, I think. But yeah. Then, right. I did put this down, but I have nothing for it. So St. Patrick's Day special teas. Now, I don't want to like elude people and hype up a fact that something could be happening when it doesn't. But I do have an idea for St. Patrick's Day video. I just need to actually do it first. Then I'll confirm it with you later on. And any more games, I kind of just put that there last second because I thought the channel segment was too small. But honestly, again, if I can work my time better and stop being a bit lazy sometimes, because again, it's not just the podcast taking up time or college work. It's sometimes me just being lazy. But now I have to grind in Destiny and so on and so forth. So it's going to be hard. I'm not going to lie. But definitely, hopefully, during April onwards, I'll have like a lot more videos. And that's what the video is going to talk about, by the way. The update vid. It's going to talk about like why there's so less content. Just in case people don't see the podcast episodes and they don't click on the highlights. Which, by the way, the timestamps are now going to be reduced to the 1 time. I'm not going to say anymore like what it goes to in time. I think this will cut down the workload for me a lot better as well, because I don't want to do extra work for no reason. Anyway, that is the channel segment done. The next segment, questions. Honestly, this is going to be the shortest one. So let's try and make it shortest right now. So, at Gary Likes You submitted 5 questions this week and asks, have you considered getting a driver's license? I did last summer, right? But for some reason I didn't get around to it. I wasn't confident enough that I learned things off good enough. So hopefully, again, I don't know how I'm going to do all this at once. Hopefully this summer, especially because I might have money this time, for myself to spend, I will study again, and I'll get at least the permit done this summer. I can't guarantee I'm going to get driver's lessons done, unless like I can tie it or do it around in my next schedule for semester 3, which by the way is what it's called. It's not year 2 semester 1. It's actually going to be called year 2 semester 3, which is kind of weird. Anyway, are you planning on getting a new phone? I genuinely am, in a sense, but I want to get some other things first before getting a new phone. But hopefully I get a new phone with a better camera at least. Like, that's pretty much the aim for it. I don't see the point in buying a camera again. But I might. You never know. I could legit just next day be like, you know what, I'm going to get a camera. Next question. What would you do if one of your videos ever blew up on YouTube? I honestly think about that so much. I think about it too much. That's why the channel's fucking cursed for not getting anywhere. But if one of my videos ever blew up, I'd probably be analyzing that video to shit. I would read every comment and be like, right, what made this video blow up and what do people like about it? And I'd try to replicate that in a sense. Like, for now, like, I would replicate it. And then from there, I would try and split from it. Like, just ever so slowly that you wouldn't really notice I'm trying to blend it back into who I am. But it's just the way of YouTube, you know, like, if you don't evolve, you're not going to get anywhere. Especially from a video like that. So let's just say I uploaded, like, a gaming video or something on, like, Five Nights at Freddy's, and that blew up. Well, obviously, if I played, like, an episode, I'm going to do the whole thing. But I'm probably going to put more attention into editing in them, just so, like, they're a lot better and whatnot. And then, of course, I'll link it at the end of the first video to make sure to go check out the playlist and then the other videos. But, man, if me and Five Nights at Freddy's blew up, ooh, we'd have a long time, man. Because, like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, Sister Location, Ultimate Custom Night. And then there's, like, another one. I think it's called FNAF Into Madness. I think he's working on, Scott. But yeah, if one of my videos ever blew up, I'd probably concentrate on so much, especially if it's during summer. I would just not do anything but concentrate on it. But currently, I would concentrate on it whilst trying to keep up college stuff as well. This question I really like seeing. He asked, any sequels for the Rainbow Donut videos? And in brackets, I say, talk a bit about OG viewers. Now, this is weird to say, but last podcast episode also had an OG question about where is chips.exe. And now it's like, or any sequel for the Rainbow Donut videos. Oh, man. Like, I want to be sarcastic, but I kind of want to do one as well. I kind of want to look at them and be like, how do I make this similar, but in, like, this current day and age and on this channel? And honestly, it's a possibility. You never know. During summer, I could just sit down and be like, I want to make another Rainbow Donut video. I'd probably have to, like, rename the series, because I think the first one was called The Quest for the Donut, and then the second one was called The Rainbow Donut, and who knows what the third one would be called. But yeah, thanks anyway for asking, because, like, it's weird, like, having references to your own channel. I know I make references of myself because I'm a fucking sad little bitch. I couldn't think of words. But yeah. And the last question he has asked for this episode is, have I ever used LMMS or Fruity Loop Studios for beat making? So pretty much for making music. I have not. I'm not gonna lie, I have not. But I know in class, like, they've been listed at the start of the year what to use and what not to use. LMMS I thought was short for something, but that's literally the fucking name of it. But what I use is too fucking complicated, man. I would not recommend it, and it costs way too much. If you were to buy the program by itself for a lifetime deal, it would be 2,000 quid, as far as I'm aware. But if you were to rent or not, yeah, kind of like rent it yearly, it'd be like 100 quid. So it's not even that bad if you rent it yearly, because it's more affordable. But you need a good computer for it, and you need, like, that power, man, like, for Pro Tools. Yeah, Pro Tools. I'm sorry if I didn't say the actual name of it. I don't know what edition it's on now, but I know we use an older edition because the newer editions suck a lot of ass. And there's nothing wrong with sucking ass. I'd love to suck ass. Not really. But yeah, I know I saw Audacity on the college computers as well, so there's a possibility I might use that as well. That would be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like just going into the computer room, turning on the computer and just opening Audacity, because I remember seeing it on them. I'm like, maybe I should use that at one point, just see if it works. But other than that, the very first one we used was kind of like GarageBand, just to get grips into like how everything is. But like, even though they're samples, and we won't really use samples. But anyway, that is the end of the question segments, which means it is the end of the podcast episode. Unfortunately, we have no sponsors for this episode. But if I did, I would probably mention it before mentioning the channel. Because I swear, like, I haven't looked at the analytics for the channel. But if I were to look at it, I'd probably just see, like, a retention or a time retention from the start till the end of the new segment. And then once it reached the channel, it'd probably just dip entirely. And then, like, once it's questions, it'll come back in a bit. Pity were more questions. I might have taken one out now that I think about it. But again, I have to curate them for a reason, so yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening to episode 4 of 10 of the Night Flyer podcast. And I'm not even going to drag this out, just I will see you guys next week. Goodbye, and have a nice day.